Two. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. The Lord said, confession good for the soul. So right now,
all I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, but I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, but I was just a stranger. All I wanted was to be a gangster. And shot call to be known with them niggas letting shots off. Either that or the right hand to the top dog. Funny how we see vanity, not the lives lost. Can't be focused on a life that's hopeless. Out there pumping, not knowing the Lord will kill you for that hocus pocus. Used to roll with niggas that cook dope with weaponry. Same ones claim they love you, I had no life in jeopardy. And I know my mother wants success for me, but that G should take a girl straight to ecstasy. Remember running with bruh, even though we did the wrong thing. My life would've been a lot different if I fell up under Rob's wing. Was too sincere for a wicked game. Shame the Lord's name, now we afflicted with pain. All I ever wanted was to be respected by stand-up niggas, not knowing that them handcuffs custom made the face. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, but I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, but I was just a stranger. All I wanted was to be a gangster. I ain't lying, I was close to dying. Knew I wanted to live, but I wasn't trying. I was defiant, not knowing that this ain't how we live. This just how they design it. Cause when you in them streets, you get more endemic. They don't tell you gon' be on papers and on restrictions. My father said a hard head'll make a soft ass. I didn't care, I wanted fear when I walked past. In a place where a black man's blood is cheap, I thank the Lord for the day I was on Lake Street. Pissing in the cup, back and forth to court. Flown to DC school, I swear it felt like I cried on that fucking porch. The Lord said, my sheep, they ain't hear my voice. Asked me why I'm UPK, I told them I ain't have a choice. They said God ain't 50-50 and what's gonna come to pass. The Lord called me out the world and I started running fast. All I wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, but I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, but I was just a stranger. Go ahead. All I wanted was to be a gangster. It's UPK until it hit the fan. I want power and a throne, nigga, fuck them grams. All I wanted was to be a gangster, but I was real as a righteous man. And now got the upper hand, gotta promote this brand. Correct whole multitudes until they all understand. If I can't get that crown, Lord, then put me in the hands of someone more mighty, make me this hit man. Reminiscing on the pain that was felt. Shit, I was in the jam, shit, I needed help. But Swan was locked up and the judge put man on the shelf. Heavy crying cause it felt like I was left by myself. All I wanted was to impress niggas with my grinding. Now I ain't trying to prove shit to nobody but Muhammad. Cause most these niggas lie, pump smoke. One time for the most high, he made me a cutthroat. Cause all I ever wanted was to smash my opponents. Stacking cash, not knowing it wouldn't last. Then God, I hope you accept my atonement. Cause all I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, but I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a
Shalom Israel. With ISUPK, start off 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Under Commander General Yohana, 1969, where we teach blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians make up, and indeed the 12 tribes of Israel. We're not affiliated with any other Israelite group. If you're not in ISUPK under Commander General Yohana since 1969, or if you're not in ISUPK right now, you're simply not under the truth. So get in the truth. Get a flyer. Get our phone number. Call the camp leader. Say, I want to join the ISUPK because you're black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. Okay? Make a little few adjustments here. There we go. A little bit better there. Okay. Got a nice class. Put it over this way a little bit. Salaki. There we go. It's a little better. Wait a minute here. Let me see. There we go. Salaki class. Just want to make sure we can see everything. Tonight's class, we're going to have a little LASHAWAN QADASH on Friday night as we do usual. Or we have some different for the students in ISUPK. My name is Officer 50 Kamashiyam. That's what it means, Kamash Yum. In ISUPK, it means 50, Officer 50. We're here to teach the blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians our true Paleo-Hebrew and our true Assyrian Hebrew. That's what we're here to do. I mean, you know, Paleo-Hebrew, we have people come into the chat right here. Let me see here. Yes. Paleo-Hebrew, we'll put it right here. Paleo-Hebrew. And we teach also an Assyrian Hebrew. Okay? Let's see if we get a better pen here. All right, here we go. Assyrian. You may wonder. There we go. Assyrian Hebrew and Paleo-Hebrew. Now, Paleo-Hebrew is the beginning and understanding for which the Most High gave his people. A language. It's called LASHAWAN. QADASH. It means language set apart or holy tongue. Or it means, LASHAWAN actually means tongue. The tongue or the, you can say language, but it's the tongue of the holy. And that means he's describing who we are, the blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians. So when we say Abba, Gada, well, we'll go over to the chart right here. We'll give you a little brief rundown here before we all check it. I see some people checking it right now. Abba, Gada, Hawa, Zaka, Taya, Kala, Manasa, Ipataza, Kwarashata. What that is the Paleo-Hebrew. And then right up under it, we have a chart here that I like to use here that we got. It's the same thing if you look down here, but the words are in Assyrian. And that's Abba, Gada, Hawa, Zaka, Taya, Kala, Manasa, Ipataza, Kwarashata. Said it too so quick. But anyway, that's we always have exciting classes here. This is no different here in Friday night, South Carolina. We're always on the move. We're always doing good things where we talk about Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Simeon, Naphtali, and so on and so forth. There are 12 tribes of Israel, and the Most High has given us the LASHAWAN QADASH. Okay? All right, and we use our chart so we can understand it. The more and more you utilize that chart, you'll understand that it will have 22. Let's count them. 22 characters. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. That's indeed 22. So there's 22 in the Paleo, and there's 22 in the Assyrian, of course. And I'll explain to you what Assyrian is. Paleo is the beginning, the starting of the language. That's what the Most High gave us, you know. It has 22 characters. We use these characters. Let's lock you a second. Lock. camp leader coming up. We always have people in class checking on us to make sure that we do things exactly right and up to par. Officer and camp leader Nataza. Okay? And what we do here in ISUPK, under our 22 characters, we have just 2 vowels. Just 2. And we'll say, it said, and those 2 vowels is the ah and the I. I try to go over this every class. It takes about, 5-6 minutes. It doesn't take that long. But the reason why I do that is so you'll know. Yeah, okay. The reason why I do that is so you'll know. Slack a second. Sharon, you have Shar. Shah and Shara so far in the class. Glad to have you. Reason why we let you know that LASHAWAN QADASH has 2 characters is because you're going to use those 2 characters repetitively to make the sounds of the Hebrew, what you call alphabet here in America, but they're really are the characters. So when we say ah, there's an A with an H on it. Ba, ga, da, ha. See, you hear that ha all the time. Ya, right here. Za, ka, ta, ya. And that's what the original Hebrew looked like before we got in captivity. And of course, they took us in captivity, in Daniel's days and Persian's days, Esther days, and so on and so forth. And even, the Syrians took our sounds and adopted their, alphabet, or they adopted their characters. And that's where you get. That's why I write sometimes in Paleo, like right here. We write the word Yasharala. I got a little phrase up here. Israel, separate yourselves from among the people of the land. And I'll explain all this to you in a second. Here we'll go. When you say separate, when you say Yasharala, that is Paleo. This, when you see this in red here, what I'm using, I try to use Paleo in red. Then I'll try to use the Assyrian, let's say, we use the word for Ayab, or enemies. Yabyan, that is in Assyrian. And I try to do that in blue so you'll have a differentiation, so you'll understand the difference. And Paleo and Assyrian. So, we have an understanding that they are, to repeat again, to be repetitious. Because that's the mother teacher. That's how you're going to learn. That's how, when you learn this chart over and over again, we write this down 3 or 4 times a day. If you write this chart down, the entire chart, you don't have to do the handwritten part necessarily, but it'll probably look like that. That's the reason why. But in the computer generator right here, if you write those characters down, the vowels, and you write them down at least once a day, twice a day. And I used to write them down 4 or 5 times a day till you can memorize them. That's the only way. It's just like knowing your ABCs, the 26 characters in this language that we get here. It's not even a holy language. Trust me, it ain't. It's got too many flaws in it. But in our pure language, the Most High, we can make words with our language. They mean something. These words mean something to Israel. They always have. So, we use a word like, we're going to go over a little phrase here. We're going to try to teach a little bit of what we use in our Paleo and what we use in our Syrian, okay? The word Yasharala, that means Israel. That's who you are. If you're black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, and you're in class or you're not in class, you're all online, know that if you're black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, then you're expected to understand and know, we're teaching you that. That's if you right. Don't know that, you are the 12 tribes of Israel. That's why we want you to come up and get into class and fill out a flyer. You see us on camp right there. Find your way into LASHAWAN QADASH class so you can learn what this means. Learn what some of the words mean, and then you can grow from there. You can learn that when it says Israel, or Yasharala, it's spelled like this, Yasharala. And it's spelled this Yah right here. And we use in Paleo Hebrew connectors. I'll always start off the class with some basics here. The connectors here, let's see, we'll say this upside down U. And we'll do an illustration. And we'll do, that is, and we'll do, of course, we do the U right here. That upside down U, independent connector, okay? It's an independent connector. What that means is a sound like, let's go over here, Yasharala. Ya. We want that to sound independently on its own, on this chart right here. So we go over here and we say, you find Ya. There it is right there. It looks like a little laid down Z right about here. That's why I brought the camera in close so you can read the chart. There it is right there, that Ya. Adjust your cameras. Get used to using the sounds. Get used to using the vowels. Get used to using all of the chart so you'll understand. But we want to make that an independent sound. Ya, Y-A, right here. In this particular instance, okay? That's only in Paleo-Hebrew. As a matter of fact, since I did that, let's just write it in red so you won't, it'll kind of help your visual there. When I write in red, that's Paleo. Okay, that's Ya. And you know, it's Ya. Ya is just the same thing as Paleo here, but when you say Ya, Ya looks like this. Like this. Let's say like this, a laid down Z, like that, okay? And that's what we're doing here, just for illustration. Ya. Then we come over here and we say Yasha. Sha, and then we're going to put an R together with it. Well, why do we do that? That means we need what we call a dependent connector. Dependent. We'll use another right here. A dependent connector. That don't means dependent. Dependent. Right there. It doesn't mean it depends on something. It just means that these right here, if I would use these two like a Sha right here and a Ra, and put that upside down U underneath right there. Well, we'll go over here and put this one right here. That's independent. Okay. When I use that upside down U right here, right there, that means that I can take the sound Sha and Ra and put them together. And that says Shar. Okay? Shar. Right here. We'll show you over here on the chart. Sha. Okay? Sha. Then we have a Ra. So it's like a W and a backwards 4. But if you put them two together, right here, we'll have so far, we're trying to spell out Israel, Yashar. Right here. Shah. Okay? Then we have Allah, of course. Those are independent sounds. So you use the upside down U right here. It's not really a U, but it just looks like it, okay, for illustration purposes. So the key is, if it needs an independent sound of its own, you use an upside down U. In Paleo Hebrew only. Okay? Not in Assyrian. We're going to get to Assyrian. We're going to show you. If you use an independent, if you want it to be independent, use an upside down U. If you want those sounds to depend on each other, that's how I see it. In this case, Shar. You would have to put a U underneath it. And that's the typical, I guess you would say, nomenclature or understanding of how to use the independent and dependent connectors. That's how it's used in Paleo. And it makes it easy. That's what the Most High gave us so you can find out. You see some of that in our on our stones as written. You actually see some of this out there. And so that's Yahshua. Of course, we have Israel. We're going to use, I believe this is, let me see, I think this is Ezra 10 and 11. Let's go to it. We have Zamara. Good to have you, sis. Yahushua Alatha Ba'Shem Yahushua to my sisters. Yahushua Yahushua Barakatah to all my brothers. Okay?
It's like about good. You got
yes.
Officer Aisha and Officer Shar. You also got Sister Shara in the class as well.
Con. Let's give a hand clap for all of the students that we have in class here to join us here on Friday night. It's good. It's good. It's a good tool for those who know and those who don't. So it's a good learning tool for people. So it's a good thing to be in class, okay? So we have, let's see. Oh, okay. Ezra 10 and 11. Let's see. We're going to read that here. Let's see. We have people on the. Let's go in here. Let's go to Ezra 10 and 11 here. Okay. Let's find out where that is. Let's see. What did I say? Ezra 10 and 11. We have a little phrase here that I like to use sometime, just to illustrate. It says right here, Ezra 10:11. Now therefore make confession unto the Most High. That means, you got sins you want to talk about. You take them to the Most High. You go in your prayer in your closet. You don't stand on no street corner. You go and you talk to the Most High. Unless the prayers are offered up, you go to the Most High in your closet and you see, make confession unto the Most High. He's the God of your fathers, okay? And do his pleasure. That means keeps his laws, statutes, and commandments. That's what his pleasure is. His pleasure ain't doing wickedness. So this is what it says. And then he says, and separate. And that's what I have down here on the board. Separate yourself from among the people of the land and from strange wives. Separate yourself from the people of the land. I mean, in this way, separate right here. You can say badalka, and then you can say you can say mayan. Okay, I'm ha-arataza. There's also another way you can say yourselves from among. You can say the word tawaka. It's just another word. In Hebrew, you can make a lot of words. In this case, tawaka means yourselves from among. Okay, and then what he's trying to say is set apart yourself. QADASH. QADASH is sacredness, holiness. That means he wants you to purify yourself, to keep the commandments. That's separate yourself, okay? QADASH, that's what this word means, okay? If I were to take a knife and I would separate a piece of wood from a tree, that word would be called badal, okay? Shalakia, okay? Badal. But if I want to set apart, and they kind of mean about the same, but you got to understand one connotes or denotes sacredness, holiness. That's a big difference. To set apart something with holiness, that's what this word means. Sacredness, holiness, okay? So we say in Ezra 10:11, separate yourselves. That's the meat part of this whole thing, from having strange wives, and then he wants you to separate yourself. Let's read it again. Ezra 10:11. Now therefore make confession unto the Most High power. Allah, we're going to say Allah, God of Allah. Separate yourself from the Most High power of your fathers. That means your fathers are those people that, you got, in this case, Adam, Moses, name them. Go down the line. Well, I mean, Ezekiel, Daniel, Obadiah, all these people were our fathers. These are people, black, Hispanic, and Native. And the people of the Bible, they're your people. They're the ones who this is talking about. When it says your fathers, man, it ain't talking about Esau. It ain't talking about the wickedness of the world. Matter of fact, let me get a little sidebar here. Let me grab some here. Let's illustrate. If you're black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, does that look like your father to you? That ain't your father. Let's get a little closer look up. That's Esau. That's Idumea. That is not your father. Just in case you want to know, Ezra 10 and 11 is not talking. I repeat, N-O-T, La'ah, L-A-A-H, La'ah. He ain't talking about this. This is the enemy. And that enemy would be called a Yab. And there are a Yab-Yum. Many of these enemies. Many of them. And this is not our forefather. This is AKA the white man, Esau. So we're going to throw him on the ground. We're going to throw him on the ground right now. Let's give him a hand and clap it up in the chat. We're going to throw him on the ground because he is the Abyab. Okay? Now I want to know in the chat, I want you guys to write. If I got Abyab, and that's enemy, how do I pluralize that word? Let's see if you guys remember that, because we won't teach you. If I got many enemies, I'm here talking about we ain't got one or two. We got many of them. So how would you do that? What would I do? What would I put right here? What would I put right there? Right there. I say the word is ayab. So we got paleo. We don't need this anymore. Okay, let's blow up this word right here. Let's just blow it up. Ayab. What would I have to add at the end to make that? That word means enemy. Okay? Enemy. All right? What would I have to add to make that enemies? Boy. Sorry. Enemies. There we go. Okay. What would it take? What would I have to do in the chat? I want y'all to take your time. Give you guys a second there. In the chat. Very good. What would I have to do in the chat? I mean, what would I have to do in the chat? Show me. Sloppy. Show me what ending. Or in this case, it would be called a possessive adjective. It occurs at the end of abyab, or a lot of words. If I want to make this plural, there's a way to do that in the masculine. It would be in the masculine, of course, not feminine. What would I do? Anybody? Doesn't matter. Anybody? Shirabanaf. Very good. She has it. That's it. Yam. Yam. Yeah. Shar say yam. Shar say yan. And very good. And Shirabanaf. Both of y'all got it. That's it. And it's important to know these things right here. So let's break it down here. Let's say yam. Right there. Okay? Let's give them a hand. Very good. So they both got it right. Yam, you want to put in the masculine right here. You want to put yam because enemies, that's more than one of the AKA. And not only that, you have Elamites, you got Moabites, you got you have the Japanese, you have you name it. There's plenty of them. We'll do a class on that. Matter of fact, we've done classes on that. Right. But when you say yam, you're saying enemies. Okay? That's what you're saying. Okay, so Israel. You blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians, the Most High. Let's read that again. Let's read this. Got any comments up? Guess not. They put down. They got the right answer, right?
Yeah, yam.
Very good. They got yam. That's exactly right. That's what it is. It's yam. The enemies. And the enemies, we're saying that if you want to pluralize something, when you see, it's like a possessive adjective over there. Let's read it again. Now, therefore, the Most High did this. So let's matter of fact, let's go to verse 10 and let's read a little bit what Ezra was really saying. You know, one of the prophets there. Well, let's go to verse 9, matter of fact, because what made the Most High have to say, don't take strange wives? Let's see, what were we doing? Let's put up here, what made the Most High say, don't take strange wives and separate yourself from the people of Aratazah, the land, okay? Let's see. Then all the men of Judah, Yahawada, Benjamin, gathered themselves together unto Jerusalem. Yasharala. I'm sorry. Jerusalem. Within, that's right, sir. Within 3 days, okay? We'll get into what 3 days mean, because that's, you get it from over here, Shalash, okay? 3 days. It was the 9th month, on the 12th, on the 20th day of the month. That's Kadash. Kamash, I'm sorry. That's what month means. And all of the people, Kadash, I'm sorry, it's like it. And all of the people, okay, all of these people, all the people sat in the street of the house of the Most High, trembling because of this matter and great rain. And Ezra the priest stood up and said unto them, ye have transgressed. All right, in the chat, wake y'all up again. Write in the chat what transgress means. What does that mean? When it says transgress here, verse 10 right here. And Ezra the priest stood up and said to them, man, instead of him saying, ye have transgressed, I can see him right now saying, man, y'all done transgressed, man. Y'all done did something. What does transgress mean? We'll give you a chance to write in the chat. Take your time. We have transgressed and have taken strange wives to increase the trespass of Israel. What does transgress mean? Write that down in the chat. Transgress. What does it mean to transgress something? You know, in this case, they transgress and they've taken strange wives. So sort of put it together. We have transgressed. Let me know. And if you know, go ahead and put it in for the people out there, for the people that first time looking in. We have transgressed and have taken strange wives to increase, to increase the trespass. That means not only did they take strange wives, they done did something else. They done did a lot of things. We have taken strange wives to transgress. What does that mean? What does it mean to transgress?
Sister Zamara said breaking the law.
Breaking the law? Very good. Very good. We can take that. Breaking the law. To go against the Most High.
Right.
To go against the Most High. In literal short, they messed up. I want to use another word, but I hate.
Right.
In other words, they messed up. That's what this is saying. Israel always doing something like that. That's why the Most High have to spank it. That's what he's doing. See,
right.
they transgress and have taken strange wives. Let's stay on this for a second. What strange wives? I mean, what does it mean? Like a short wife, tall wife, you know? They have taken strange. When it says strange wives, what are they saying? Let's be short and complete, you know, concise in your answer. When it says strange wives, what are they saying? What are they really saying? That's very good. That's very good. You transgress, you take a strange wife. So what strange wife? Did they take one with a big toe? Did they take one with no nail polish? What was it? They take one with a white wig, black wig. What was it? What does strange wives mean? What did our people do to mess up? Yes, sir.
Shar Bun Officer Shar said interracial marriages.
Interracial marriages.
And Sister Zamara said heathens.
Said what?
Heathens.
Heathens. That's right. Give them a hand. Let's clap it up in that chat. Don't be afraid to clap it up in the chat too. That's what we do. Listen, they taken, and Israel ain't supposed to be with strange wives. We ain't supposed to be. That's why we're using this text to show you in LASHAWAN QADASH, Yasharala, Badal, separate. Most High don't want you to be with strange wives. That's why Ezra had to write this. He stood up. Let's read this again. Ezra the priest stood up and said to them, ye have transgressed and taken strange wives to increase the trespass of Israel. That means we done messed up and did many things wrong. Many strange things. Now look here. Let's read verse 11. what was the remedy? What did the Most High say? You done gone this far. You done messed up so far. So what are we going to do now? He says in verse 11, now therefore make confession. That means to pray it up, turn your life around, repent, make confession, say, Lord, hey, that don't mean just say, all right, I'm sorry, We're going to talk about this tomorrow in camp too. I'm going to step all on that in the camp tomorrow. Then make confession unto the Most High. See, these wicked priests out here are not teaching you that you're not supposed to be taking somebody from another nation. The reason why you do is because you don't know who you are. You don't know that if you're black, women, you ain't got no business taking these heathens. Let me give you another good view of this heathen out here on the floor. Let me give you. This is not who you marry. You don't marry this right here, string of hair. Yeah, go ahead, sir.
That image is the reason why sisters are going crazy over Prince. His name Prince Williams or Prince Charles?
Prince Williams. I think it's Charles, right?
Prince
Charles.
He kind of looks like Prince Charles.
Let's clap it up for us. This is not women. Listen, let me tell you something. This ain't who you bring home to mama. I mean, you don't do that. This ain't it. I'm trying to be light and liberal here in LASHAWAN QADASH class. You don't take, I can translate that word, I think it means Laban in white. But you don't take that and bring this home to mama. This is strange. Now this is a man, of course, but anybody, you don't take this. This is not something that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. If you don't know who you are, so we know what we're going to do. You don't take this person and bring him home to mama. You don't take him to school with you. You don't take him to the shopping mall with you. You don't take him to a bungee jump. Yeah. Take him to bungee jump and let him go, and you don't go behind him. But we're going to throw this rascal on the floor again.
That's right.
See, you don't take something that the Most High, when he says to set apart yourself, QADASH, that's what this word means, sacredness, holiness. That word QADASH here, let's break it down. Actually, it's already up here. We'll write it again up here in Paleo. QADASH, okay? And then we have right here. Like that, okay? Now I wrote that in the Paleo. Like this. That is the Q. Let's go here to the board. Let's look at what this is. Make sure you don't bring that home, bring that rascal home to you. Okay, there's a right there. A Q and an A right there. Now, why did I put, all right, let's see if y'all still awake. And I just talked about it. Why did I put this upside down U in Paleo Hebrew underneath by itself? Why did I do that? What am I trying to say to this sound by itself? What did I do? Tell me that. It's a connector. Which one is it? Independent or dependent? What is that? Somebody write in the chat. Talk to me. This is how you learn. If the mother teacher is competitive, I'm sorry. So where are we? Connected. The mother teacher is using a word over and over, using understandings, writing them down, put them in your mind. That's repetition. That's it. That's right. Repetition to understand that these connectors right here, what is that? Is that an independent or dependent? Did they write in the chat?
Officer Shard says it's an independent.
It's an independent connector. Give him a hand. That's right. Exactly right. So that means what's left over here, you ain't got no choice but to connect this. You can, but if you want to say QADASH, you can say QADASH, but that wouldn't be the word. I'd have to add another vowel over there. So what is this called? If that's independent, then what's this called? What's this one called? If I say the da and the sha, if I put them together, what is that called? In the chat. QADASH. So if that's independent, right here, what is this one? All the paleo are going to have connectors.
Sister Adrian said it's a dependent connector.
All right, give her a hand. Glad to have you here, Sister Adrian. Sister Adrian is checking the class. She knows these connectors. That's da and sha. QADASH. It means it's like sacredness, holiness. It ain't mean to go around and walk one set foot circumspect. What it means is to obey the Most High commandments, laws, and statutes. Once the Most High give you a commandment, you do it.
Right.
You know, once Commander General Yohana give us an understanding of what these laws are, hey, then we need to go and say, you know, the Most High has given us to him. So let's, you know, thank God for Commander General Yohana letting us know that we should read the Bible and follow the Lord's statutes and commandments. Let's clap it up for Commander General Yohana, okay? Now, so, set apart, QADASH, sacredness, holiness. In other words, he wants you to badalka, separate yourself. You know, separate yourself. And this is, like I said, it's a word, like if I would take, let me see. I got a piece. Yeah, here you go. This is badalka right here. This is badalka. Separate. I separated 2 pieces of napkin, or are they paper? But I want to make them holy. If I want to make them holy, you know, I don't know if I can try to illustrate this, but you fold them neat. You keep these. You don't wipe no sweat on them. You take another napkin over there, and if I take, now let's put it this way. Let's put it away. Here you go. Here you go. Let's try to see if I can illustrate it. This is holy. I'm going to take that same clean napkin, take it and put it over here, fold it up, never touch it. We're making that napkin holy, man. We're going to separate that. It's just an illustration. But if I want to take this one, wipe my hands all over, you know, separate. It's got, basically, that's pretty much what it's trying to say. To set apart, to make sacred, to make holy. That's what that word means, okay? Now, the word, like I said, there's a word, let's say you say the word from. It's mayan. Okay, let's write that out. Let's write mayan out. Let's write M. Oh man, need a better, right there. Let's write mayan. Okay, ma. Okay, and then we're gonna write this word right here, Yah. Okay, now, and you don't, let's see, and then we'll write an N, like that. And, yeah, let's move my yarn so you can see it here. Let's move this over a little bit. Ma, yarn. Okay? There we go. Okay. So, in paleo, it'll look just like this. The connectors. Ma, right here. Boy, I was glad to have all the participation of everybody. We'll get this every week. It'll be good. Tawab. Yan. Not Yayan, but Mayan. Just by changing one character, you change an entire word. Mayan. From. You see? Mayan. Now, let's write this word, let's say in Assyrian. Let's put it over here. Let's put it in Assyrian over here. Let's put that same word in Assyrian. Okay. Let's put it right here. Let's put that word in Assyrian. Let's write that word in blue. That same word, an M. An M in Assyrian looks like this. Well, if I can get a nice crisp, there we go. It looks like this, okay? An M. All right? This word, mayan, from. Right, okay? Now, it won't have no connectors. You don't have no words in Assyrian that have connectors to them. They don't need it because that just goes to show you that that's not the pure language. You know, we can build from it, you know, that's fine. It's ma. Then we have the word Yah. Looks like a little teardrop like that. Okay? And then we have, we're writing the word from, or mayan. Then we have something special over here. Let me see if I got enough. If you look over here on the board, right here, that symbol right there. The reason why I do this symbol here is because this is what we call an ending character. I'm going to put it in green. I have always, since I started class, writing the ending characters in green. Now, this is the difference between Paleo-Hebrew and Assyrian Hebrew. Assyrian Hebrew have no connectors. I repeat, no connectors. Okay? Well, this is that word right here. Mayan. Okay? This word, Mayan. Got the wrong one. I got Mayan. Sorry, Slaki about that. Let's go to Yan right here. Okay? Slaki. Sleight of hand there. There we go. That's better. Okay. Mayan. All right? Now, this is an N. Now, why didn't I use a normal N in the Paleo? Would look like this. Would look like this. Like that. I gotta buy me some new markers here. Will look like this. Okay? That's what a normal N will look like. But when you go to the Assyrian, on that last character, if it involves one of the characters on the board that are right here, they're called the ending characters. We have one for Ka. Oh, let me get on this side so you can see it. We have one for Ka. We have one for Ma and Na. And that's what we're on right here. See that N right there? As a matter of fact, let's put it in green so you can see it. Because if you can get the understanding of what I'm doing here, you will have the understanding of how to read the chart. And that's your breakthrough of understanding how to read the Syrian language, okay? Now, this is the normal N right here, right there. Right there. But since that N occurs, O-C-C-U-R-S, occurs at the end of this word here, Mayan, which means from, then you always use the ending character. And that's the ending character in green right there. So we wouldn't use, I'll put a X by that. We wouldn't use the normal N. That's right here. We wouldn't use that. From, among, we wouldn't use that, okay? I mean, I'm sorry, Mayan, from. And there's another way, like I said, to write the word yourselves from among. The word is tawaka. We'll get into that right here, right now, okay? And that's the whole point. You know, I like to put things together so you can see them out of the Bible and the Hebrew, okay? But that's how you write Mayan. M, Ya, or Ma-ya-na. Ma-ya-na, or Ma-yan. And you can see it better over here. It's Ma, and then the connectors right here just simply says Yan. Okay? It always connects those two together. And that's how you do it. That's how it's done in Paleo. As a matter of fact, put it in your notes, write it down. This is Paleo right here. For understanding, we'll get you guys back involved before you drink too much yayan. And Paleo, and of course this is Assyrian right here. All right? All right? Those are the two. Okay? So, Paleo and Assyrian, they are distinctly look different. You know, they don't look alike. One looks like chicken scratch, and one looks like our language.
That's right.
You know, that's what the Most High gave us, a pure and holy language, man. He gave us something that we can understand, that we can almost roll off our lip, you know. We can say, ba, gada, ha, wa, zaka, taya, kala, manasa, batasa, kwashata. Just that fast. I didn't speak a word of Hebrew until about, I think it was 2 years ago. But now, I mean, if I did, I didn't know it. But see, it's inside because we are priests and prophets of the Most High. It's inside of us. I remember I was talking to one of the officers last night. He was saying, "You look at man, all these words we have said before. We just can't memorize them. We are hurt. We've been spanked for, and one of the reasons why we've taken strange wives. And then the Most High said, look here, y'all can't do this. You know, I'm gonna have to do something about this. That means you guys got to go and separate yourselves. That's what the Most High is trying to tell you. So let's get back and read that again here. So let's finish the sentence up here. And Ezra the priest stood up and said unto them, ye have transgressed and have taken strange wives to increase the trespass of Israel. That means pile them up. You keep doing it. The Most High is going to spank us again. Now therefore, that's Ezra. You know, he's the Most High speaking to him. The Most High through the angels, you know, they come down, they say, Ezra, look here. Tell the people this. Now therefore make confession unto the Most High the power of your fathers. Because this is what your fathers didn't do. They didn't take strange wives. The children of Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Simeon, Issachar, Naphtali, and Gad, and all these tribes. Man, we took people. That's okay for the blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians to take somebody from your own tribe down. You know, if you're black or you're from the West Indies, hook up. That's your piece. That's what you're destined to be. If you're Benjamin, you want an Issachar sister, that by all means, you know, go take that Mexican sister. You know, as long as she's not of that sign I just held up, because some of them they speak that Spanish, you know, and you have to ask them. You got to find out. If you don't know, come and ask a priest and officer of the ISUPK. We'll get to the bottom of this. Somehow the Most High, the Spirit, will expose it, and you can. Hey, listen, I got a sister. I want to know who she is. Bring them. Call us. We'll let you know. And if you're Simeon, you say, man, you know, I want to marry this black sister over there, man. So what do you mean? I'm from the Dominican Republic, you know, but can I? Yeah, you can, because like I said, that's what we're doing right now in the process of putting all of these signs up, and we'll let you know who you are. So you can go up there and sign, you know, that's me. And we can show this in the book of Numbers and all of these, and we'll get down to that. I may show a class on that, matter of fact, one of these times, if permitted, if time permits. Not now, of course. Who Judah is, who Benjamin is, who Levi is. You know, who the 12 tribes of Israel. We'll get to that, but not now. Verse 11. Now therefore, we're in Ezra 10 and 11. Now therefore make confession unto the Most High power of your fathers, and do his pleasure. Keep his Lord's statutes and commandments. In other words, if he gives you an order, take that order. That's what ISUPK is made of in here. We're made of priests and prophets that follow orders, you know, because that's brotherhood. If you didn't do that, then where would we be? We'd be out there, trying to one of these wicked Israelite camps that pulled away from under Commander Julian and his and the Most High's teaching, and how he was trying to teach people to follow the Bible, and they start following something else. We don't know what they're following, and as a matter of fact, I don't care. Just leave them out there. We don't tolerate that stuff up in here. The ISUPK, we teach blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians make up the 12 tribes of Israel. We don't bring Esau into our camps. I don't have to hold them up again, dude. We don't bring Esau into our camps. But there's some camps might say, hey, listen, that's their problem. You know, and I do say problem. But check this out. Now therefore make confessions unto the Most High power of your Father, do his pleasure, and separate Badal. Now Ka, let's get to this word Ka. What is Ka? Let me show you what Ka is. Ka is a possessive adjective. Okay? It's a possessive adjective. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. That means the word by itself, Badal, means to separate. Okay? Ka is a possessive adjective. If I want to say you separate, or your separation, or, you know, I can take this word and put it over. You can do a whole lot of things with Hebrew. Yourself from among is Tawaka. We'll get to that in a second. But if I want to say Badal Ka, I would say badal, separate, and who? You. You separate. So I say badal and ka. And ka would be your, what we call, got room to write it out here? Yeah, we got room over here. We'll erase Yabyan, the enemy's over here. We got it over there somewhere. We'll say, right here. Oh, there, okay. Ka in the Hebrew is a possessive. We'll write the word out here. Possess. Spell that. Siv. Something like that. That right? Yeah. Possessive adjective. Adjective. And see, an adjective modifies a noun. That's what it does. That's his job. It's doing his job. All we got to do is use it correctly. It's modifying the noun. In other words, it's saying possession. A possessive adjective modifies the noun, saying, look, I want to hold on to you. I want to make you badal ka now. That means you separate. Your separation. Yes, sir. You got
I was just gonna say, Sister Sharad
Yes.
said Badal Ka means you separate.
So that's Sister Hannah. She's been coming to class. She's been coming to Sister Sharad, been coming to class with her children. That is the priests and prophets rib of Officer of 5,000, Natazah. She comes to class and she knows we use this word. We understand it. Badal ka, it is a possessive adjective right here. That's what we use in Hebrew, ka. Badal ka. But the root word right here, so you'll understand the root word is badal. Okay? All right? It's the root word. Okay? Now, like I said, set apart in QADASH, it means roughly about the same, but the illustration stands. It means sacred, holiness. You have to separate in order to be QADASH. To be holy, if you don't listen, if you think you can hang around these heathen nations and do all their bidding and hang around and go to their churches and come out, you got gays, lesbians, pig eaters, pork eaters,
That's right.
what else? Smokers of marijuana and reefer, popping pills, homosexuality, anything else I can imagine. This is what they have in the Christian church. The Most High, listen, He wants to pull yourself out of there. Get out of that choir.
That's right.
Get out of that street corner. Get off of that gang, that type of gang that will cause you to break the Most High's commandments. And that's what Ezra is saying. Because that's what these heathens are doing. The Most High said, separate yourself so you can be holy.
That's
There
right.
ain't no holiness. Let's slap that up right there. There ain't no holiness found in the Christian church. So you got to separate or QADASH. This word right here. There it is right there. QADASH. That's what it means. Okay? We use the connection, like I said, it's paleo. That's the way you do it. That's your first step to trying to understand what holiness meant. If you live it, then you'll understand it. A lot of people say, man, I can't be perfect. Well, listen. Let's go. Let's find out. Let's just give an illustration. I used it before. There are many. I like to use this one right here. Here's one. Let's go to it. Let's go to Job 1:1. Just go there. Go there with me. Take your time. Pick your Bible up. Get your nice beverage. Sit back. Relax. Get in the driver's seat. Let's go Job 1:1 and let's find out. Because Akshapar is going to read for you Job 1:1. There was a man in the land of Uz whose name was Job. Okay? Job. You say, oh, I can't be perfect. Say, you ain't perfect. You're not my judge because you ain't perfect. We can't be perfect. Well, let's see what Job said. Let's see what the Most High, the priest and prophet said about Job here. Job, whose name was Job, and that man was perfect. Oh, I thought you said he couldn't be perfect. He was upright. Now, what does it mean to be perfect and upright? You know what? The definition is found right here. All you got to do is keep reading.
That's right.
He was perfect and upright. Now, that doesn't mean that he sat in a chair and got himself stiff. What it means, that means he did the Most High's law, statutes, and commandments. He was upright. That's what it means. It means that that's what perfection is. That's what it is. When you follow perfection, you follow the Most High's laws, the law, statutes, and commandments. He was perfect and upright. Okay, let's finish reading. And one that feared the Most High. He feared him. What does that mean? That Lord, please, I'm scared of you. The Most High just simply said, respect. That's what fear means. You better respect, because he can judge you any one of these days that he wants. The Most High is sovereign. He can say, look here, I don't need you no more.
That's right.
Because you ain't doing the Most High's bidding. Or he can simply just take you out of here because he want to take you out of here. He has a reason for that. That's why he's higher than us. So that's why, let's read this again. I didn't even finish yet. He one that feared the Most High, and he eschewed evil. That means he pushed it away, man.
That's right.
He pushed it away. In other words, it's like pushing away from table. It's like pushing away from that ham. It's like pushing away from that jar of Penrose pickles. That's Penrose, what do you call them things? Penrose pig feet. You see, and like I said again, that's why women, you don't go and bring this Esau home with you, because he gonna ask you to pick some of the pig feet now. He gonna ask you to cook some, he gonna ask you to put some, listen, you gonna fix some collard greens and say, I don't want that. I want some ham. I want some potatoes. And if you do get ham and potatoes, he gonna say, well, where is my bacon bits? Every time I've been to a restaurant, I'm over eating in the corner the best meal that I can eat out of this slave land that we have here. Esau always trying to order some piece of bacon bit to throw on a potato. Now here I done paid $12.99 for a dinner. I said, what's that? Oh, it comes with bacon bits. Did I ask for the bacon bits? At least, as a matter of fact, I told you I didn't want them. I didn't want bacon. They don't understand that. Because, wait a minute here. Let's pick this back up again. Let's pick this back. Y'all don't understand that this wicked bastard, he will eat anything, and women, you take him home with you, y'all can bet if he do be vegetarian for one day, it'll be maybe a day. He gonna be wanting some pig feet. He gonna be wanting, because he taught our people to eat pig feet. He's the master of eating that pig. He's swine. That's what he wants. He gonna bring some more. He gonna say, look, no. As a matter of fact, he gonna take a steak and you gonna cook it nice. You're gonna cook it nice and roasted, crispy tips. And it's gonna be a little braised in the middle, brown, no blood running. That's the key. Not this one. No. This one right here, he's gonna say, where the blood at? Because Esau ate meat, red meat, out of the pot. That's why he lost his birthright. This is what he wants. So we're going to do not bring this home to mama. This ain't the one we're talking about. Throw him on the floor again. Throw him on the floor again. I'm saying to you, don't eat the stuff that Esau wants you to have. He done messed up us so much. He done messed us up in the churches. He done messed us up in the street. If I have, let's see. Let's read this. Let's read this again. Let's read. You say you can't be perfect. There was a man in the land of Uz, whose name was Job. That man was perfect. So just in case you don't understand what perfect is, this is the definition of it. There's some more ideas in the Bible. Some more scriptures in the Bible that tell you about perfection. Perfect and upright. I mean, he lived a life that he feared God and he pushed away evil, man. And matter of fact, he pissed it off for his family later on. It talks about, well, that's another lesson. I might get into that, but that's not tonight, of course. But that's what Job was. He was a perfect man. So you can. So Most High says, separate yourself from the people. The people. Let's get down here to people. The people. That word is called Ima. I've read that a lot in the Bible. It's a quick word. It's I, and it's got an M on the end. It's right here. I think I have it in Assyrian. Yeah, I do. What I got? I, right here. I, get a pointer right here. There's your I right there. You see now, in Paleo, it'll look like this. Matter of fact, let's write it in Paleo. Let's write it in both so you can see both while I'm illustrating it on the chart over here. See if I got room. We'll take this Arataza over here. So we'll say I'm O, and then we'll say like that. Okay? Of course, we'll have the word I'm in Paleo, Syrian, right here. Okay? Right there. Just like that. So, the word I'm, let's do the Paleo first. It means the people of something. Or actually, you can say, and that word for of, if I remember right, that word is shawl. S. Oh, I tell you, I can sure use some help here with these pens. Shawl. I believe that's the word. Yeah. The people of. So you can say, I'm shawl ha'aratazah. That means the people of the land. Okay. So let's look up this. I. When you see an I right here, like this looks like a little O right there. This is Paleo Hebrew. And then over in the Syrian, it looks like a little Y right here. There's a distinction. I'm just kind of showing you an illustration of how to use the chart, how words work, how the understanding of connectors are, how the understanding of ending characters are for the Assyrian. But right back again, I in the Paleo. And then we go to M. That's a ma. It looks like an M upside down with a little curl on the end. That's how it was explained to me, but that's exactly how it looks. Ma. Okay? All right? Ma. Right there. Now, if you want to find it in Assyrian, this is the language where they adopted all of our sounds and put their own characters with it. That's the best understanding of what they did.
That's right.
Okay, so ma, and over here, and ma, and then also at the end. Somebody tell me in the chat, let instead of some of the officers, let some of these troopers and sisters, troopers and sisters, answer for me. I got this little green square right here. What is that? Why do I have it here? What is this? I said the word was I'm. Here it is right here. What does it represent? Why doesn't it look like this right here? Why don't it look like this M right here? Why don't it look like this one? Y'all can see that real good. Yeah. Why don't it look like that? Why did I use this one? Not the fact it's green. I just want you to see that it's green. Why don't it look like this? Why did I spell I'm like this? Like that. Why did I use that one? Put it in the chat for me. I know somebody know out there. And that's the whole point is of learning. It's lucky. The whole point, I'm telling one of the troopers and the sisters, y'all right, tell me what it is. Tell me what that is. All right? Why did I use the M right here? Here it is right here. So you can see the chart. There's that M right there. Why did I use I? Yes, go ahead.
Sister Shiraz said the ending character is Ma.
Give her a hand. That's exactly right. Slap it up in the chat. She's exactly right. Now that sister come to class, like I reiterate and say, she know that at this right here, I can't use this because it occurs at the end. That's why you call it an ending character. Why is Kazakh Shapar going over this? Because if you know this chart right here, that's your first step to understanding how to write sentences like this.
That's right.
That's your first step of understanding how to write Yasharala Badaka, Mayan, Tawaka, I'm, Shal, Ha'arataza. You know what that means. Just by hearing it over and over again, I know what it means. And that's the point. because you do it over and over again. You know, and and if you go through and find out, the sister said right here, it's an Indian character. They do this. Well, that's what they do in Assyrian. So if you want to know what do these characters sound like, they sound exactly like the Paleo. Not one iota or dot different. They sound exactly like the Paleo. But are the characters different? You better believe it. That's why it's important to check in class to understand what this is. Okay? To understand. If you don't understand what you're reading, none of this will make sense to you. But the more and more you check in class, the more and more you do it, the more you'll understand Indian connectors, QADASH. The more you'll understand Mayan. The more you'll understand Tawaka. So this word right here, Ta. Did I write that? Oh, that's sure not right. It's Tha. Salakia. Tha, Wa, Ta. Talk about that. Does not make errors. Okay? That's a Tha. It's right here. That means it has a little circle on the end right there. Jesus. That definitely not what I want. Yeah, Tha. Tha, Wa, Ka. Okay? And that's, of course, now, let's put this in green so you'll understand and see it a little better on this Ka right here, right there. I didn't write it in green, but I got it correct, but it's not in green. So let's do this. Let's see. Ka, you see it? Like that. That's a Ka. Now, Tha, Waka, it means yourselves from among. So when we say Badal, Ta, Waka, those two words is enough to say separate yourself from among. I mean, you can go through a little bit more mundane and say Badal, Ka. You can say Mayan. You can say what did I say? Yeah, Mayan, and you can say I'm. You know, but if you want to say Tawaka, Badal, Tawaka, there's just two words. And I learned last night that words can be shortened and abbreviated even more. I got an even better understanding on it, even after being this a couple years. But you say Tawaka, you're saying this word here, yourselves from among. Okay? That's what that understanding means. The people, like I said, I'm. Oh, I kind of got it. Should have been like this. I'm. Well, I have to write it in English, so I can't write it backwards, or you'll really be confused. So I'm, okay. Then the word shawl. Let's see how much time we got here. Yeah, okay, good. Shawl, okay. So we'll get a few numbers here before we go. Shawl, okay. And then the word. Let's work on this right here. Ha'arataza. What does Harataza also means earth? It's when you said what is Ha? Why did I put the Ha before there? Well, I'll explain it to you. That is if you have possessive adjectives, now you have what am I trying to say here? You have prepositions. I'm sorry. The prepositions, that is a preposition, and Ha means the or the. That's literally translated, and there are many prepositions, you know. And I taught a class on prepositions and possessive adjectives, but I try to do it in the same time that I'm doing vocabulary and sentences. That might everything you see up here has a basic of about 4 teachings in it. That's what this is, ha'arataza. So I'm shal ha'arataza. Okay. So the word is Israel. Separate yourself from among the people of the land. And now who are the people of the land? Well, you know, here in America, that's what these are. The people of the land. Our enemy, Abyabian. Okay? So let's erase this from the board. Good. I'm glad you guys understood that a little bit here. That was a lesson. We'll erase it from the board. I hope if you missed anything, just rewind the video. We'll get into it just a little bit. We got a little bit more time here. Let's get into something else. Sometimes it's good because the mind can only take what the rear end can bear. So let's get into a little bit more of understanding about the Hebrew. I haven't gone over a lesson of accounting, and we're going to get into that here. See if you guys remember some of it. You might not, I don't know. But the whole point is all up to you, you know. But that's what the Most High wants to do, is to separate. Okay, we're going to get into the number system right here, the numbers, okay? Let's go to the number 1. You want to say in Hebrew 1, you say this, Akkad. Okay? That's what it literally means. Akkad. Oops, didn't spell it right either. Like it? Just like that. Akkad. Okay? All right? Akkad. That means 1. 2. Nice to have a pen there, right there. Write these down so you'll have a better understanding. If you already know, just go along with them so you'll understand that you'll let your memory kick in. 2, you have a word called shanya. Shanya. Just like that, okay? All right? Akkad, shanya. Then you have 3, you have a word called shalash. Shah, like this. Shalash. All right? I don't know if you guys can remember what 4 is, but if you can, write it in the chat. We'll give you a second here just to see if you guys check your memory out. What is 4 in Hebrew? We'll test your memories. We'll test the people who've been in class. 4. Go ahead.
No, not yet.
Huh?
Ain't nobody said nothing yet.
Okay. Tom Concert. 4. I'll give you a hint. It starts with an A-H. See if you guys remember, okay? Because I know it's been a while since I taught the number system. It's important to know that. That's where I get the word, some of the words like when I said 50, kamashim. I got it from here. To understand it. In this case, we're going to show you, but it starts with A. Let me see, let me give you a little bit more. Ra, ra. Like that. You know, let the troopers and the sisters try to catch up with this. You know, we want to make sure they get a chance to, because, you know, some officers should know. Go ahead.
Sister Shara said, Arabai.
Arabai. Hey, give that sister a hand. See, she got this from her notes probably, because that's what she does. She takes us notes. I know, Adrian, you do also, and there's some more sisters in the chat, and some more troopers in the chat. I know Quan does. Arabai. That means 4. That's exactly right, Sis Shara. Arabai. Okay. 5. Okay, we have Kamash. Kamash. Just like that. Okay? All right. So far, pay close attention. Write these down in your notes. 6. We have Shah. Shah. Let's see if y'all can do. let me use another color here. Tell me what 7 is. I mean, yeah, 7. Yeah, let's put it over here. It's like 7. I'll give you a start here. It's Shah something. What's 7? I ain't gonna use basic anymore because You either know it or you don't. These are the words. We this about, I don't know, January or so, we start saying basic. Now this is just understanding the number system. So, Shah something. What? What is 7 in the Hebrew? Write it down in your chat. Okay? What is 7? Look in your notes if you have to. I mean, I want you guys, see, when you tax your mind in Hebrew or any subject, when you tax your mind, you get an understanding of what things are a little better when you participate. I'm a concept.
So like Sister Shara said Shabbat.
Shabbat. That's exactly right. Shabbat. You're going to wear out my clap, sister, but I'm going to give you the hand. Exactly right. She says Shabbat. And, okay? And it's exactly right. And we have another word. I have to give you this because it's a long word, boy. We used to, everybody used to struggle with this one. Sha, ma, wa, na. Sha, ma, wa, na. There you go. Sha, ma, wa, na. Okay? That means 8. That's just the way it is. So far we have Akkad, Shanya, Shalash, Arabai, Kamash, Shasha, Shabbai. And in other words, Shabbai, you hear like it's the Sabbath because it's the 7th day. You know, Shabbat. Okay, then we're going to say 9. Let's see. 9 is the Shai. All right, I'm going to give you guys a second here. Tell me what 10 is. Starts with an I. Ain't going to go no further. Tell me what 10 is. Tell me what 10 is. Tell me what 10 is. Okay? Y'all take your time and write it. What is 10? In the chat. Okay? What's 10? Even if you have to look at your notes, check it out. What's 10? Starts with an I. Okay? Yeah, just take your time because, you see, the reason why I'm going over these is because once you know the base of 10, then we can start, just like numbers are in the real world, you can start, go ahead, bro.
No, you got it. I was just gonna say,
yes, sir.
Sister Shara said I Shara.
I Shara. She's exactly right. Yeah. I Shah. She spell it like this.
It's like if I could.
Common concept.
You know, everybody should definitely know that one because when we do the security announcements, I Shara means 10.
Exactly right. Give officer 5,000. He ain't forgot. He don't teach LASHAWAN QADASH. But he knows, he remember because he done been down this road where he has taught LASHAWAN QADASH. Asherah. And when we say my Asherah, it means 10 in the Hebrew. Asherah. That's why it's important to understand this. Asherah.
That's right.
So we say, or we say, ha, let's see, I think is it ma Asherah? Ha Asherah.
I think it's my Asherah.
Ha Asherah.
I think it's my Asherah.
My Asherah, that means of the 10. If it says ma Asherah, that means, or it's you can say, you know, it occurs before Asherah, if I'm not mistaken, I believe. It means of the 10th. I think I looked it up once. Ma, that means of the 10th. Of the 10th of your income, that's what they're saying. Give me, Most High wants 10% of it. Let's see. Yeah, that's what he's saying. Of the 10th of your income, my Asherah. Okay? That's what it means. All right? Now, we're going to get into 11 and 12. My Asherah, of course, is of the 10th, all right? Write these down in your notes. Let's get into 11 here. How would you write 11? What do you think? How would you, if I say, well, I want to say 11. I mean, in Spanish it would be once. These 12 would be doce. But we ain't talking Spanish. We're talking the holy language of Hebrew. Asherah. So let's retract. Let's go down again. Akkad, Shanyah, Shalash, Arabai, Kamash, Shashah, Shabai, Shamawanai, Tashah, Asherah. So what is 11? So how would you write 11? I mean, if you write 11, you're going to say 10 plus 1, right? So how would you do it? We got everything in front of you. Type it in the chat. How do you write 11? We got everything in front of you. Well, 11 is 10 plus 1. And this is how they do it. This is how you know we are the original Hebrew is the mother teacher of the languages. Look how we do it. Look, once I write it down, you'll see what? 11. Show you what we're doing. Because we started all these other nations, and all of them, they just took from us, and they built a language from Tower of Babel. The Most High gave them a language, Gave them a language, and of course, they went on. But it all started right here. Everybody stole from us, So, if it may be a little difficult, but if I was going to say 11, and it's 10 plus 1, so how would I write 10? Okay? So, and it'd be like, if you would write, it'll start with the A over here. I'll give you a little hint. Yes.
Salakia. Sister Shara put Akkad Asherah.
Akkad, and she's exactly right. Akkad Asherah. That is 10 plus 1. I'll put a plus sign there for illustration. You'll understand. She's exactly right. Give a hand. Exactly right. Most High in Christ. So if you say Akkad, which is 1, now you can see where this is going. I mean, I can sit out here, and I may go through all of them, but you can see where this is going. Akkad, 1 plus 10 equals 11. That's what that means. So on and so forth. Well, that means we can do 12. That's what it really means. That's how we add numbers in Hebrew, because, and you'll find out the bigger numbers. That's what it works the same way. So we say Akkad Asherah. So the next one. So that means at the base of all the rest of all the way up to 20, and we'll go there. I'll just write one for illustration here. Asherah. It means 10. Asherah. Red here. Tell them on me here. Asherah. There we go. Okay, so if you want to write 12, then you write Shanyah. Okay, Shanyah. All right. Okay, and so on and so forth. So you can understand that if I go from 1 through 19, how would you write 19? Let's do 19, then we'll get to 20 here. Let's say if you can do the rest, you can do the rest of these. Do that for homework. As a matter of fact, do 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I'll do 19 here, so you'll kind of home in on it there a little bit. We're going to still use Asherah. Whatever we do. Asherah, because we're still on 10. Asherah, okay? And then I'll say, over here 9, I say Thashai Asherah. I'll say Thashai. What did I say? Thashai? Yeah, Thashai. There we go. Thashai Asherah. And if you notice in Hebrew, we're using all of the same, look at that. Tha, Sha, I. Look at that. These are characters. I dropped the A over here because you don't need it. You don't want to say Thashai. You want to say Thashai. So you're going to add another character, especially a verb. Especially a vowel, I'm sorry. You have to take the A off of the Sha and replace it with the I. Okay? So it'll be Thashai. Okay? And that is actually 9 plus 10 is 19. Okay? That's what that means, all right? 19, just like that. Now, here's one that I like. Because this is important and imperative to understand and learn this one. Man, it's important. It's important to understand and break this one down. What is 20? Anybody remember? I'll give you a hint. I'll give you a hint. What is 20? Something goes before it. See if y'all can remember that. What is 20? Let's break it down. I said 19 was Thashai Asherah. That's 9 plus 10. So I'm going to use Asherah again on 20. So what is 20? Because we're going to make a turning point here, because we done said Akkad, Shanya, Shalash, Arabai, Kamash, Shashah, Shabai, Shamawana, Thashai, Asherah, Asheraya, Akkad, Akkad Asherah, Shanya Asherah. And then 13, of course, would be Shalash Asherah. 14 would be, Arabai Asherah. It gets repetitive. But I'll let you guys do that for homework, 13, 14, 15. And that may be the first thing I do next Friday. Then maybe do 2 or 3, 4, and then go into another lesson. So you'll have a review, so you'll understand. I may just start all over somewhere for new viewers. But here's the point. How do I say 20? Take your time. Scholars, Hebrew scholars out there, smell the wood burning. Scholars, how do you say, I almost gave it away. How do you say 20? I gave you a head start. I know our teacher won't give no head start. You better have that for homework in your mind or written down on a piece of paper somewhere. How do you say 20? How do you do that? What do you say?
Oh, so likely.
I'm a con, sir.
Let's see. Make sure I'm not repeating the same things. The sister said Shanahan Aishara. But that might not. Hold on. No, Salaki. I think that was an old one she posted. Salaki. That wasn't the same thing.
Fine, con, sir.
Salaki.
Oh, she probably said, she was probably, what she was Shamawana. Shamawana. Or she was saying, she was probably saying, or was she trying to say Shanya? Oh, she was trying to say maybe, that's what she's trying to say. Shanya Asherah. Nah, that wouldn't be it. That would be, Shanya Asherah would be 12. Okay? Come on, troopers. Y'all got it. That's how y'all listen. You're gonna have to learn this Hebrew. And it starts right here on this board. It starts right up here. That's why I'm slaving up here. Y'all talk to me. I'm gonna give y'all a few more seconds here before I give it away. It's something actually that we've done already in class. We've already done it. If you put it right here, I said Asherah. So what would that be? What would that be? We've already done it. I'll tell you, let me give you a hint. Let me write this up here. Look here. Now tell me what it is. Ooh, Lord. We've already done it up here. So how do you write 20? Now what is 20? 20 is nothing but 10 plus 10. So, what does that really mean? I'm saying I want you to make that plural. So now how do you write 20? Now that I give you no more. I mean, that's a giveaway. It's 10 plus 10, you know, and it's just, you know, in other words, I pluralized. I mean, I said 10, then I said 10 again. I pluralized it. So how do you make 20? That would be the answer. I'll give you guys another minute. Because if you can grasp, if I give you all the answers, you're not going to memorize it. But go ahead.
Oh no, nobody's answering.
But if you come up with them yourself, then that way you will memorize them. You will put it into memory. You know, young or old. Can't say I'm too old. Can't say I'm too young. I can't remember this stuff anymore. Yeah, you can. Go back to school. Write it up. Plural. What's 10 plus 10? Okay. In other words, I said Aishara. I got it right here. So how do I do Aishara again? How do I pluralize it? So what do I put there to pluralize Aishara? So that's what you've done. See, look. What you've done was take 10 and 10. You made more of the 10 in the exact set of 10. So what would that be called? If I have enemies, ayab. Let's break this. If I say, let's break this down.
Give him the answer.
If I have,
you gotta give him the answer.
yeah, you're right.
Come on, I give him an aqua. Come on.
Come on.
It's
Yeah,
easy.
exactly. Come on. Let's wake him up. I mean, that's what I want him to do. I want him to understand. You know, if I said abyab and I want to make that plural, how would I do it? Come on, y'all. Wake up. I know y'all drinking your favorite beverage, your tea, your coffee, your yan, shakar, your yan, that strong drink. Not the Kazakh, that's me, strong. That's a whole different type of strong. As a matter of fact, I can say that in maybe 3 more different ways. See, Hebrew has a lot of understanding of how to say things. So, this guy, I gave an answer. Let's pluralize it. 10 plus 10. You know, how do I pluralize something? There it is right there. I know y'all know what it is.
You might have to give it to him, because ain't nobody answering yet.
They overthinking it. They overthinking this. They overthinking this, sir. But listen, here it is right here. Here it is right here. This is all 20 is right there. That's it. Plural. Because what I did was take 10 and I pluralized it.
That's right.
That's all I did. That's the basis and understanding of Hebrew. And when it comes to, there are meanings, there are reasons why we do things here. All I did was take 10 and I say, let's say 10 again. Well, it's just a plural. So it's Asharayam. Oh, we got it now, don't we? We got the understanding. Now, let's see over here. All right, let's see if we take that understanding over to 21. That same understanding. 21. How we do that one? All right, I'll tell you what. Let me give you a little hint. The same way we took Asherah here, and I said a Kad Asherah. Okay, all I did was say 10 plus 11. 21 is 20 plus 1. Oops. 20 plus 1. 20 plus 1. So, what do you see 20 up here, right? So, let's break it down. There's 20. So 20 plus 1, so how would I write 21? I mean, there's nothing magic about this. We don't carry magic up in ISUPK. We have sensibility, strong understanding, and most of all, we have the Hebrew writings. We have the Lord's statutes and commandments. And we have the holy writings of the Most High, and they are written in QADASH, LASHAWAN, QADASH. And all of these up here, LASHAWAN, QADASH, and Paleo Hebrew, that's what we're doing. So if I wanted to write 21, I've got ISHARAYAM as 20, so how do I write 20 plus 1? I'm going to give y'all half the time on this one now. Because once you get this one, you got 20. Once you get 21, hey, you can go on further. Then we'll jump further. But you remember, that's why I did my name. I said a 50 is kamashyam. See, that's why I say all these things in the beginning of class. If you write them, that's what I did in class. I wrote down things. And I said, oh, okay, that makes sense. And then your mind starts to reason and say, not reason. Your mind starts to pick up on what you've heard.
That's right.
And the understanding of it all is that, oh, that's what he's trying to teach me. If this is ISHARAYAM for 20, then it must be ISHARAYAM for 20 down here. So how do I write ISHARAYAM? How do I write 20 plus 1? Give you guys another minute. That's like 60 seconds. ISHARAYAM. Over here for 20. So what is 21? Take your time. Okay. All right. Here it is. Give y'all 30 more seconds. 30 more seconds. It's locked for a second. Give me some water here. 30 more seconds. We'll write it out. 30 more seconds of understanding there. How do I write? If I got ISHARAYAM up here, and I got 20 plus 1, so that's how you look at it. So how you write 21? Lock it. Okay, let me give it to you. You want to write a cod over here. So let's see. 21. The 1 is a cod, of course, so we write a cod. Just like this. That's all you have to do, okay? And then ISHARAYAM. Right here. Because now you've started, basically what you've done is you started a trend. Anything after 20, you are pluralizing the 10. So you can just keep carrying it on. ISHARAYAM, ISHARAYAM, ISHARAYAM. That means 20, 20, 20. Just keep adding to it. So from that, you can write 21. You can write 22. ISHARAYAM. So like it right there, 22. That would be Shanya. ISHARAYAM. Okay? Shanya. Okay? All right? And so on and so forth. I might as well write it out just for the sake of people. Slack it. There we go. ISHARAYAM. Just like that, okay? Okay, there we go. Okay? And ISHARAYAM. There it is right there. Shanya. And so on and so forth. I'm not going to get into the mundane and keep writing. So when we get to something like, let's say 50, like I told you before, it would be, I'm sorry, apologize. When it gets to 30, now you want to do this. You want to say, you don't say for 20, you don't say shanyayam. That's why we use Asherayam, it's 10:10, because it's the turning point. Now you can go 30. Okay, well, what is 30? Then you say salash. Shah, lash, yum. Just like that. That means 30. Get the idea? Here's the point. There's the mother word, there's the plural. I'll do that in red so you can see it a little better. Just like that. Okay? Okay? Shalashim. And of course, 40, same idea. Same idea. You want to say ra, by, yum. Arabayam. And of course, like I said, since I'm officer of 50, you know, you want to say 50, you want to say ka, right here, mash, yum. I don't have any notes doing this. It's just strictly out of my head because I've been used to doing it so long. And it's called, and you can do the same thing. All you have to do is practice this. Now, we went from, and of course you got 60, you got a shashayim, of course. Because you pluralize, once you start pluralizing right here, that yum. Over here, the reason why it's 20, that's Asherayam. So you keep carrying that 20, all the way down to 23, 24, so on and so forth. Asherayam, just use what you've learned here and apply it to Asherayam. But when you get to 30, you want to say, oh, you got to change it again. There's another turning point. Shalashim. You want to say Arabayam. You want to say Kamashim. Okay, 60, same thing. Let's do 60. So, let's wake them up again in there. How do you say 60? Now that you got it, I done said Shalashim 30, Arabayim 40, Kamashim 50. What in the world is 60? You guys got 1 minute. That's your test. They got it? Okay. That's your test. What's 60? Because we got 60, 70, 80, 90, of course. Because once you understand the turning points are 10, Asherah, it's lucky. Here are your turning points right here. Let's put these in something where we can see them. All your turning points for understanding would be like this. There it is. 10. One of them will be 20. Okay. One of them would be 90. Once you get to 90, that's another turning point. Okay. So those are the rest of your turning points. One more side of Christ. Asherah. Asherah Yakad, of course. Asherah. Okay, now here's a turning point. Asherayam. Asherayam. That's 20. You go through all your 20s, you get 30. Shalas Yam. 40. Arabayam. 50. Kamash Yam. So how do you say 60? Same trend, same thing. So I got about 15 seconds. If 50 is Kamashim, you look over here at 6. What is that? Okay, so how do I write 60?
I got.
What you have, sir?
Okay, Sister Shara said Shashayim.
She's exactly right. Yum. There's that plural. See, this sister understands. She understands. Shashayim. Y'all can about talk together. Y'all know Hebrew together. Get us sister hand. Exactly right. Shashayim. That means 60. Because all we did was take the turning points right here. Asherayim. Okay, yum. Okay, keep repeating it. Then keep using the 20s till you get into the 30s. Now you got the 30s. You don't have to say Shanya Asherayim no more. Now you can just pluralize it again. Shalashim. You see how that works? Asherayim was 20. 30 was Shalashim. Now if you want to say 31, of course, then you would put Ikad Shalashim. And so on. If you want to say 41, you want to say 47, you want to put Shabai. What did I say, 47? Shabai Arabayim. That's how that's done. That's why you know the turning points up here. Asherah, Asherah. Oh man. Tongue tangle here. Asherah, Asherayim, Shalashyam, Arabayam, Kamashyam, Shashayam. Then we're going to say Shabayam. She's Shabayam. Very good. Okay, and then what's the next one here? We're going to write, here's a long one. Shama. Shama. Wa. There we go. Na. Yum. There we go. Okay, and of course 90, we're going to have the Shayim. Shayim. And just in case you guys may not know, but we'll go to, we got some room over here. We'll put it, let's see. Block it, sir. Block, sir. Block. Okay, now we're up to 90. That's the Shayim. Okay? Now, what about 100? Now here's a whole, see after you go to 90, I'm circling turning points in green here. Here's 30. 30 would be a turning point, yep, because now you can just pluralize everything else after that. Of course, you want to go in between there, just use whatever 1 through 10 would fit next to that. Got it? Hope you got that in your notes. All right, let's see. 100 is a word called ma. Let's see, we got some room over here. Yeah, we got some room. Ma. Ma'ah. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, something like that. Ma'ah means 100. Okay? And of course you want to say how if ma'ah is 100. Let's see if y'all alive up in there. How would I say? Let me see if I got some room up here for a cod. Let me take this down just a little bit. A cod right here. Cod. Okay. Now, if I got my and that means 100, that's a turning point. Because it doesn't look like anything else we've done.
That's right.
It don't look like, it's like, that's why I put it in green. It got, you have, ma'ah is a whole entity of understanding by itself. If I want to say 101, I say akad ma'ah. But what if I want to say 200? Because we can fill in the blank. All we got to do, but let's go to 200 first. How do we say 200? Let's go to that same understanding. What did we do here? Asherayim. Okay. Shalashyam. Arabayam. Kamashyam. Shashayam. Shabayam. Shamawanayam. Don't it sound like we speaking Hebrew in here, up in here? Because that's what it is. Thashayim. What else I got? Okay, and I want you guys to, go over to 13, 16, 17, 18. Come back for that next week. Ma'ah. So if I say, let's say ma'ah, what is the turning point? What have I been doing? How do you pluralize? How do you write 200s? Because that's what you're doing. Basically, all you're saying is this. You're saying 100 plus 100. Well, now, I done wrote it. I done gave it a hint over here, so somebody put it in the chat. Tell me again. That's how we learn, okay? So, if I say my I is 100, well, how in the world would I pluralize that? Now, I mean, I give it the whole key. The teacher's giving you my I. That's half the point. So, if I want to write 100 and 100, how would I pluralize it? That's the key. Yes.
Sister Shara said my item.
Get our sister hand. Get our sister hand. She's exactly right. Now, she's on. That lets me know that what she's been taught is correct. That would let me know that at least she's retained this correctness of the Hebrew language. So you just put a yam on the end. She knows that there's another turning point there. Ma'ayim. 200. That's what it means. All right, let's come over here then. Let's see. Let's pedal this down a little bit. Shabbat. Get some room here. I'm trying to keep this on the board so you guys can write it so you won't have to roll back the video too much. Okay, well, I want to write 300. All right. I write 300. All right. How you write 300? And so on and so forth. So we'll say, well, we'll do this. Shalash, Mayat Yum. Shalash, if I'm not mistaken, Ma-I, Yum. Okay? Just like that. Shalash Ma'ayim. Because what we've done, we already have the Ma'ayim pluralized, okay? Right here. The root word is 200 right there. That's you know, and then of course you say shalash, but see you don't say we didn't say shanyayam, shanyama'a, because you don't have to. All you have to do is say it's ma'ayam. It's understood that 100 and 100 is 200. But if I want to write 300, then now you got to put something in the middle. You have to put a 3 on there. So you say shalash ma'ayim. Well, it's all you're saying right here is 3 in that right there, shalash ma'ayim. Okay? That's 300. All right? Of course, you want to write 400 because it's ma'ah. You have to go and put arabai ma'ayim. Okay? When we get to 1,000, there's another turning point. What is that turning point? I got to give it to you because you probably don't. I don't know. Let's see. We'll give you 20 seconds to see if y'all remember 1,000. What's 1,000? I don't know. Y'all might remember that. What's 1,000? What's the root of 1,000 there? I mean, what is that? What is that word? You might remember it. You might remember it. What is that word? Okay. Y'all look that up. See if you can tell me what 1,000 is. All right. Whoa, man, we gotta get out of here. Class almost done. We got this is the last thing we'll do here. Let's see. Almost done here. Let me look that up. This is the last thing we'll do here before we end class. See if y'all can remember what 1,000 was. Anybody? Troopers, officers, alike. See if you can remember. The last thing we write on the board. Of course, you can count all the way up to 1,000,000, really, in Hebrew. Okay. I mean, we can write up 1,000. Oh, there it is right there. Okay. Well, that word, just in case you guys don't remember, is Allah. Allah. Yes. Oh, Allah. Now, if I want to write 2,000, This is the last thing. Let's see who can get the last thing on the board that I put here. That's 1,000. What if I want to pluralize this? What if I want to pluralize this and make it 2,000? I said a lot. It's the last thing we're going to put on the board. Class is over. It's almost over. We almost got it. What's the last thing we'll do? See, y'all write in the chat. Give you 15 more seconds for class to end up in here. A lot. What? What would that be? Oh, did she got it in there?
A lot.
A lot?
Yeah, Sister Shara said a lot.
She got a lot. So how would I make 2,000, sis? How would I pluralize that? What's the trend? Asherayam, Shalashim, Arabayim, Kamashim, Shashayim, Shabayim, Shamawanayim, Thashayim, Ma'ayim, Shalashim. So how would I say a lot? 1,000. Now how would I say 2,000? That means I got to pluralize a lot. So how would I do that?
She's like Sister Shara said a lot.
Very good. This sister been on point. Very good. Clap it up for class. Let's clap it up. Last thing I'll say for class, we're going to read the announcements. I'm glad you guys understand, and women alike, Ak and Akwathium, understand alike. I mean, you know, I could have counted all the way up to probably, as a matter of fact, I did. I think I wrote 999 before on the board. It's a long, drawn out. I don't want to have to do that. If the priest told me go over there, Kazak, go over there and get me 1,000,000 horses, man, I got to write all that down on paper. Okay, all right, but it's a long thing, you know. So anyway, it can be done, but for right now, a lot. Yeah. Oh, that's I don't want you guys to get up misunderstood here. This 2,000 right there, but a lot. It's 1,000. But if you want to write 2,000, you simply put a lapyum. That's the key. Those are the turning points. To reiterate those turning points, you know, you got 10, Asherah. You got Asherayum. Then you got another turning point, 30, Shalashim. Then 40, so 90, the Shayim. Then you got to go to Ma'ai. That's a turning point. You got to know that. And of course, 200. Mayam, then you count all the way up, just keep counting. You know, you can say 903 or whatever you want to do. A lot is 1,000, and of course, a lot beyond is 2,000. All right? Had a good class, we clapped it up. You guys paid attention. So, ISUPK, security announcement. We are the ISUPK, started off 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Room for the new brother, a sister. When a brother or sister comes in school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves with the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After the 6 months period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is commandment, Numbers 18:21. Malachi 3:8-10 means 10th in Hebrew. Ma'asherah, of course we have that word right here. And ma before Asherah means of the 10th. So 10% of every penny increase the Lord gives you. The Most High gives you. The Treasury Department, the teacher, priest fund. Free will offer for the priest, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Holy convocation. Of course, this year's in Houston, Texas. Give it to camp leader. Govern yourself accordingly in Houston, Texas. The Passover. The 14th day of the first month, I repeat, this is the Passover, requires every man, woman, and child to attend if they can. The Passover, Saturday, April 24th, 20 and 21. Exodus 12, 1:51. Leviticus 23, 4, 5. And 1 Corinthians 5, 7, and 8. 2 Chronicles 30 and 17. And okay, then it says, reminder, all Akim and Akwath, to check the bulletin board in the hallway if anyone wants to be a trooper in the school to start wearing all black boots, shirts, pants, and headband, and scarf. We say, Yahweh Shem, give a salute. Yahweh Shem, Yahweh Shai, Barak Thumb to all my brothers. We give a courtesy salute to all the sisters. Yahweh Shema Al Atha Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, and that's what for that we say Shalom.